My boobs look ginormous. This is post-pregnancy boobs after breastfeeding, hun. These jugs are jugging. There's a couple of things that have changed since I became a mum, alright? I've gained 12 kilos. There's one. I also don't like wearing makeup anymore, which is so weird because I used to be makeup and Mary, hun. Yeah. My life used to revolve around makeup before it revolved around books. Also, I get overstimulated. Like I used to before I got pregnant and before I had my baby, but now it's like, wow. The only thing that has not changed is my taste in men, bitch. I thought maybe once I become a mum, I won't love bad boys anymore. I feel like I love bad boys even more now since becoming a mum because it's so far from my reality and I just love a man that's bad. You've done bad things. Let's sit down. Let's talk about all the bad things you've done. You've done prison time. You're an ex-con. Tell me what your crime was, baby. I had a comment from one of you guys the other day, whether it was on here, on Instagram, I don't know, saying, can you please do an upgraded book boyfriend video? And I was like, oh my god, sure. I haven't done one since 2020, bitch. We are now in 2023. Or was it 2021? I don't know. The past couple of years have just kind of blended into one and I don't know what year's what anymore. Anyway, I read this book a few nights ago and fuck me up, bitch. This is my favorite book so far of this year and this is my favorite hero. And he has inspired me to come on camera and talk about my favorite book boyfriends and give you guys an update because this one's number one. This one takes the fucking cake and I'm obsessed. I've been thinking about this book ever since I finished it and it's been such a long time. It's been such a long time since I felt like this about a romance. Like, I was fluttering, hun. Like, I had the fucking flutters. And, you know, I had a baby 4 months ago and the flutters don't really exist anymore since giving birth, you know, because birth trauma. Anyway, I'm not talking about this book and this hero just yet, but I am going to talk about my favorite book boyfriends. We've got a guest. This is my boo-boo. This is my baby and he just woke up from his nap and he wasn't meant to wake up from his nap. Anyway, I've got no one to babysit, so this is what happens when you are a stay-at-home mum that also has to work at the same time and you've got no help and you've got no village and you've got to look after your baby. He is completely shocked at what's going on right now because he doesn't know what this camera is. But yes, so this is my baby. Moving on. I can get away with talking about this stuff right now because obviously he's a baby, he's an infant and doesn't understand what the fuck I'm saying. So we can continue on with the favorite book boyfriends if you are interested. Let's hope you are because you're here. So yes, this book is called Broken Whispers. Broken Whispers is my favorite. No. No. Oh my god, I can't say his name online. No. So, the first book boyfriend on my list is 𝐒𝐿. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know, bitch. I'm not Russian. He is divine, darling. So, I discovered this hero in the book Broken Whispers, which is book 2 in this random Mafia series that was suggested to me by one of my close friends. She messaged me and been like, oh my god, this is giving me 𝐒𝐈𝐍𝐿 vibes. Like, there's just so many books in this series. You fall in love with all the characters. You get invested and can't wait to read their story. So far, I've read 3 of these books and Broken Whispers is my favorite, which is 𝐒𝐿. First off, Russian. Okay, you know, if you watch my YouTube channel, you know all about Russian male characters and books. Not only that, he was a single dad who was taking care of his daughter, bitch, and he called his daughter princess. And I melted every fucking time I read him talking to his daughter, bitch. After having my own kid, if I come across like a male character in the fictional world that is a single dad that treats their kids like the way that they deserve to be treated, it almost gets me fucking pregnant. Now, I cannot for the life of me remember the heroine's name, but she's mute. She's mute. Isabella, maybe? I could be wrong. But she is Italian and her dad is in the Italian mob. 𝐒𝐿 is in the Russian mob. Her dad organizes an arranged marriage between 𝐒𝐿 and her for like a truce or whatever. Anyway, we don't give a fuck about the backstory. It's pretty much the stock standard of a mafia arranged marriage. But oh my god, she was mute and he had like this psychopath obsession with her. He'd been secretly like stalking her kind of for a while now and had the hots for her, but there's a catch, bitch. There's a catch. He's mutilated. Like, he was tortured so bad that his body is covered in scars, so he never thought that he was worthy of her love. And then they get married and she falls for him, bitch. She falls for him and he falls harder for her, and it's a whole ordeal. And he was just scrumptious. Like, I could fucking chop him up and eat him. Mutilated, scarred skin and all, hun. Like, I was in this book and I was in this hero. I wanted this hero in me. You know what I mean? Like, they're the vibes. This is the book that made me want to film this video. 𝐒𝐿. 𝐒𝐿 by Jessie Hall. Someone suggested this to me when I was pregnant and I put it on my TBR. And then I don't know, I randomly started reading it the other night. And this blew my fucking mind. Like, this gave me all the feels I used to get when I started reading romance. Like, this reminded me of After. Like, if you were to ask me like how to describe this book, I would say it's like After, but like the grown-up version and better. And it's also a standalone, it's not a series. Oh my god. It's called 𝐒𝐿 because the hero's name is 𝐒𝐿. And 𝐒𝐿 is fantastic, okay? He is everything in more, bitch. Like, oh my god, I was drooling, flutters galore. I haven't fluttered like that in what feels like years, honestly. So 𝐒𝐿, that's the heroine's name. She is in a long-term relationship with this Bible bashing dude. And I don't say that to be like insensitive and mean towards people that are religious, but he is like, you know what I'm saying, like a Bible, that is him. Okay, so she's in a relationship with this dude who is very religious. She's not, but she kind of like doesn't know who the fuck she is. And she just plays along with this life thinking that this is what she wants. And it's totally not. She doesn't know who she is. She's stuck in this relationship with this man who treats her like shit. Anyway, they're living together in this apartment and then 𝐒𝐿 moves in, the ex-con, and becomes their roommate. And the reason why he moves into their place and becomes their roommate is because there's history between 𝐒𝐿's current partner and him. Okay, we've got some forbiddenness here, obviously, because she's already in a relationship and the tension is just out of this world. And 𝐒𝐿 as a hero, oh my god, tattoos. You know, ex-con, you know, like he just had this like confidence about him that made me want to jump through the pages and be 𝐒𝐿. Okay, I just wanted to be 𝐒𝐿 and jump his fucking bones. Like, he is delicious. So many flutters, steamy, spicy sex. He was like kind, but also like protective, like if you touch her, I'll kill you vibes. And like he just gave off that bad boy energy and I was here for it. 𝐒𝐿, okay, has changed the game. I'm obsessed with him. I've got to bring up Karina Halley's Nightwolf, okay? I've spoken about this book quite a bit, alright? So if you are into paranormal, like vampires, you'll like this book. If you don't read paranormal romance, but you like Vampire Diaries, please check out this book and the rest in this interconnected world because it's fire, baby, fire. Nightwolf is one of the best friends to lovers I've ever fucking read. I love it so much. And the hero in this book is called Wolf. He lives in San Francisco with a couple of other vampires, and one of his roommates that lives in this house is Amethyst, and she's a human. What? Yeah, so we got a human living with a bunch of vampires and they've been friends for years, like years. And there's so much chemistry between them, it's actually insane. But they don't really figure out that they have feelings for each other for quite some time. And when they do fall for each other and figure out that they've got feelings for each other, it's explosive. And Wolf is again to die for. He is just like this nice guy. He's got that bad boy feel to him, but he's just more like, I don't know, like friendly and nice and swoony, and like he makes your heart like beat faster when you're reading him. Don't get me started. And he's a vampire, so like bite me bitch and suck my blood. I loved Wolf. I love Wolf. I'm in love with Wolf. The next two heroes I'm shouting out. I read them ages ago, but I just want to include them in the book boyfriend video. But Archer's voice, Archer. This hero shocked the fuck out of me when I read him because I don't know, I just didn't think that I was going to fall in love with him like I did. So he's a mute character. I've noticed recently that I have a thing for mute characters, whether it's the hero or the heroine. I love a story that has a mute character. I read Archer's voice back in like the beginning of 2021 maybe, and I just honestly didn't think it was going to hit the spot. I was going into this book thinking, oh, you know, cute, fluffy romance, you know, TikTok hypes this book up. It won't be like spicy and dark the way I like my romances. And even though it wasn't that, it was fucking emotional. It pulled at my heartstrings. Honestly, I know I talk about these men like they're cake, but like I love cake and I also love men. So I would totally whip him up in the kitchen, put him in the oven, bake him, slice him up, smear some butter on him, and just fucking scoff him down my mouth. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely yummy. I also found Archie's voice spicy. I didn't think it was gonna be spicy, bitch. I didn't think it was gonna give the spice that I like, and I was fluttering with this book. Archie's the sweetest man, and he's just so special, and his life is so sad, and you just really feel for him, and he's just, I don't know, he's just scrumptious. I can't describe him any other way but scrumptious. Just like the rest. Okay, he doesn't give me the bad boy vibes. He just gives me like broken hero and sexy without even knowing it. Like, oh, I love him. I love him. Grip, man. Grip. Okay, so the Grip trilogy from Kennedy Ryan, if you haven't read it, I fell in love with it back in 2021, and to this day it's still one of my favorite trilogies I've ever fucking read. It's so powerful. I did a whole video on it when I read it. Like, it's so, it's amazing. It's a book about an interracial relationship, and it's very political. Like, it's very deep. It's not just a romance. It's just not all smart and spicy scenes. There's depth to it, and it's so heartbreaking. It's so powerful. It's just one of my favorite love stories of all time. But Grip as a hero, fuck me up, bro. When I think back to when I read the series, there were some dick moves on his behalf, okay? I do believe there was a few dick moves. But overall, he is just like deep. He's a deep character that cares about the world, cares about his people. Every time I read him, I was like, you are my dream. He cares about Bristol, the heroine in this book, so much, and when he falls in love with her, he falls hard. He's constantly reassuring her like how much he's in love with her, and he's also to die for in the bedroom, okay? He hits all the right spots, okay? So if you want like good smart, this man, this hero serves it up on a silver platter for you to read, bitch. Everything and more, this man. I've got no words. Like, you just need to, this is the type of hero that you have to go and read him to understand why he becomes your book boyfriend. And if you read the Grip trilogy and you walk away and Grip isn't on your book boyfriend list, we've got problems. We've got problems. I know there's not many, but that's all my book boyfriends, my current new ones that I am obsessed with and love, that made it straight to the book boyfriend list. I know it's not a lot, but that's because it takes a lot for me to fall in love with a fictional man these days. I've read so many, I'm like, give me something new, bitch. After a while, they all kind of sound the same. You can't tell me that you don't mix up certain characters because they all sound the same. That's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed me drooling over these characters. Let me know in the comments below your favorite book boyfriend. Who's your book boyfriend, okay? I'll also link my past book boyfriend video if you haven't seen it already right here, right now, so you can click and watch it if you would like to. Thank you so much for watching. I know this video was a little bit chaotic and you saw my baby. I've got to go look after him, okay? I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching. It means the world to me, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.